In this video, I'll be showing you how to place rear brake calipers on a Chevrolet Equinox. They are located behind the rear wheels. Let's get started. Now let's go ahead and remove our left rear wheel. There's 5 19mm lug nuts. Now that our wheel is out of the way, we could go and locate our caliper. We're going to remove the brake hose connection. It's held in by an 11mm bolt. Have a collection receptacle under the vehicle just in case any brake fluid leaks out. Now to remove our washers, I'm going to use some cutting pliers. Dispose of it properly and remove the bolt. Now to remove our caliper from the bracket, it's held in by 2 13mm bolts. If it's spinning, just use some pliers or a wrench to hold the slider pin. Now I'm going to pull the caliper away from the bracket. I'm going to turn it around and locate my electronic parking brake. On top, we are going to locate a red tab. Go ahead and push that back. Remove the connector. Just push down on the black tab and pull it out. If you find it to be stuck, use a pick on the other side and pull up and push it back. Now I'm pulling up on the tab and pushing it away. Using a trim tool, I'll be removing a plastic clip holding the harness down. Now we're going to take the caliper to the bench. Now that we have our brake caliper on the bench, we are going to look at our 2 T30 Torx screws, holding the electronic park and brake actuator down. Go ahead and remove those. Now we can pull the actuator away from our old caliper. Now we're going to make our way to the back side of the knuckle to remove our 2 18mm bracket bolts. There's one on top right here and one recessed down in there. So we're going to break them loose first. When removing the last one, keep a hand on the bracket so it does not fall and hit the ground. And set it aside. Now to install our actuator on our new caliper. Just going to slide it in place. And just push down. We're going to take our new screws and hand thread them on. Now we're going to tighten them down. Once they stop, we are going to go a quarter turn. Here's our original bracket and here's our new bracket. We are going to put lubricant on the shims right here. Now to install our new shims. Just slide them over and push them down. Do the same for the other side. Now we're going to lubricate our slider pins. Just twist them out. Apply some lubricant on these. While you install them, pinch on the rubber boot to remove any air. Make sure they move freely back and forth. I'll do the same for the other side. Now let's transfer over our brake pads. I'm going to install our new caliper bracket. Just going to slide it over. And hand thread on my two 18mm bolts. Now I'm going to snug these down. Now we're going to go ahead and torque these down to 74 foot-pounds. Now to install our new caliper. Just going to slide it over and in place. Make sure the harness is out of the way. I'm going to hand thread on my two 13mm bolts. Now for our parking brake connector. Fortunately, the tab on the housing of the actuator broke off, but that's fine. We still have another mounting location on the upper control arm. Just make sure it's out of the way. Just slide it over, push it in, and push the red tab in as well. Now we're going to go ahead and torque these down to 30 foot-pounds. Now we're going to remove our banjo bolt and its two washers. Now to install our banjo bolt. Before you do, make sure on the brake hose that both washers are off on both sides. So I'm going to put the first O-ring on the caliper side, second O-ring on the bolt side, slide it over and hand thread it on. Now we're going to torque our 11mm banjo bolt to 30 foot-pounds. Now to gravity bleed our brake caliper. Go look at our bleeder screw and the bleeder screw cap and remove it. Set it aside. Now I place a collection receptacle underneath the brake caliper. I'm going to open the bleeder screw using a 11mm wrench. We're going to wait for some fluid to come out. Now we can go ahead and close our bleeder screw. Just snug it down. Here we install our bleeder screw cap. Now to gravity bleed our new brake caliper. I'm going to locate the bleeder screw and remove its cap. I'm going to take a 10mm wrench and crack the bleeder screw open. Now we wait for some brake fluid to start coming out. Now let's go ahead and close our bleeder screw. Just snug it down. Now we can install our cap. Now we're going to top off our brake fluid to below the full line. Move your cap. And use manufacturer approved brake fluid. Reinstall your brake fluid cap. Make sure it's secure. If your brake pedal still feels spongy, we're going to have to perform a full brake bleed. Now let's go ahead and reinstall our left rear wheel. So hand thread on your 5 lug nuts. Now I'm just going to snug these down in a crisscross pattern with my 19mm. Now let's go ahead and torque these to 100 foot-pounds in a crisscross pattern. Using some brake clean and a clean rag and clean the brake fluid reservoir. Just gonna wipe around. This is to ensure that no dirt or debris falls into the reservoir while we bleed our brakes. Now I'm going to remove my brake fluid reservoir cap. In our case, there is no screen to remove, so you access the brake fluid. So using a suction tool, I'm just going to remove as much as I can. Now dispose of this fluid properly and set it aside. Now we're going to go ahead and top off our brake fluid reservoir using some clean .3 brake fluid. We're going to start off at our right rear wheel. You can look at our brake caliper right here and the brake caliper screw. There's a cap on top, remove that. Now I'm going to place an 11mm wrench over it with my brake fluid bottle. Now with a helper in the vehicle, I'm going to advise them to pump the brakes about 5 times. Then I'm going to crack the bleeder screw open. They are going to advise me when the pedal hits the ground, and then I'm going to resecure the bleeder screw. Pump, please. Going to crack open our bleeder screw. Wait for our fluid to come out and resecure the bleeder screw. We're going to repeat this until we see no more air bubbles. Okay. Okay, one more time. I'm going to remove my wrench and reinstall the cap. Now we're going to proceed to the left rear and do the same. As you can see, after bleeding both rear calipers, our brake fluid level is dropped. We're going to go ahead and top it off again. Now we're going to move on to the right front wheel, and after that proceed to the left front. Now that we're at the right front, I'm going to locate our brake caliper and our bleeder screw. Again, there's a cap, remove that. I'm going to place my bottle and hose over it, but first our 10mm wrench. I'm going to advise my helper to pump the brakes. Can you pump, please? Okay. Pump, please. Okay. And one more time, please. Right. And we're going to snug it up. As you can see, there's no more air bubbles. So remove the hose. Reinstall the cap. Now we're going to do the same for the left front and then top off our brake fluid reservoir. And that looks good. Now let's go ahead and reinstall our brake fluid reservoir cap. Make sure it's fully secured. Now we're going to head back inside the vehicle, pump the brakes, ensure we have a good brake pedal. If not, repeat the process. After ensuring our brake pedal is good, we're going to reinstall all 4 wheels and torque them down to 100 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.